Hi, this is Reverend Ken at the Center for Spiritual Living here in St. Augustine, Florida. Be sure to like and to subscribe to our channel if this is the first time you're hearing me. I have a story I want to share with you today. It's a New Year's story, and it happened many years ago to me, probably around 30 years or more. I was moving back to Atlanta, Georgia, after I had lived a decade in D.C., and then I had gone off to San Francisco, and it hadn't turned out well for me at all. I only lived out there for about a year. I was moving back to Atlanta, and I was broken of heart and financially broke. I was having to move in with a roommate. His name turned out to be Ralph. I knew of him, but didn't really know him. I had been to a couple of parties with him. I moved in with him, and you know what? It turned out to be the very best thing for me because Ralph was a really fascinating guy. One thing, he was the first person I ever met who used his spirituality to help him and to help him move and get through life. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but Ralph was really at the end of his financial rope, just like me. He had opened up a flower shop in the corporate headquarters of Georgia Pacific. Driving through Atlanta, you can still see it. It's the massive reddish building downtown. He thought, along with his partner, that a flower shop in this huge office building would naturally get business. Unfortunately, what he didn't realize was people who are going to work aren't necessarily in the mood to buy flowers. So for a year, they had struggled, and it was really just draining them dry. But he had come up with an idea. And the idea was to create a kit where you could make your own garden stone. And not just a garden stone, one you could personalize. Maybe put in a saying, or put in a paw print, or put in a baby's footprint. And he thought this could be a really successful idea. He had gone around to cement companies to try to sell the corporate cement guys on this idea. And when they would listen to him, they would laugh him out of their offices. They told him nobody was going to buy a kit for $20 for cement that you could get for $1. Nobody would listen to him. But he would not give up on his idea. Now, the one problem he had was he couldn't figure out how to create a box that was strong enough to ship the cement and could actually have a frame, a mold where you could make the stepping stone. One day he was at the flower shop. He was talking to his partner about the challenge. In walked one of their only loyal customers. It was a man who came in every week who ordered a flower arrangement for his wife who was going through chemo at a nearby hospital. The gentleman heard Ralph talking about his problem. He quizzed him. He asked him a few questions, and he told him, he says, well, just continue on with the flower arrangement. Let me go upstairs. I think I can help you out. Ralph said within just 20 minutes or so, he came back down. And he handed over to Ralph all the details needed to construct a box that could do exactly what Ralph needed. Could ship the cement and provide a mold. This guy happened to be the head of Georgia Pacific Shipping and Packaging. Now, this happened right at the end of December. Ralph still didn't have any money. He didn't have any money actually even to produce the product. He went and got a couple of samples of the boxes of what it would look like. He talked a friend of his into letting him have just a little small table at the Atlanta Merchandise Mart. If you don't know, the Atlanta Merchandise Mart happens twice a year in January and then in June. And it's where people come from all over the world to buy products to put in their gift shops. So with no money left, me as a new roommate, Ralph and his co-worker showed up down at the Atlanta Merchandise Mart with their sample boxes of a product they had in mind. Within the first day, they had gone through all their pad up for orders, and they were taking orders on just regular legal pad. By the end of the 10 days of the mart, they were rolling in money, rolling in it. Now, this story is just a good example. Hold on to your dreams. Don't turn them loose, no matter what the world says. What does the world know? If you have a dream, it didn't come from you, it came from God. And if it's come from God, there's a way for it to manifest in your life. And when it does, it will rain down blessings upon you. This is Reverend Ken, wishing you a wonderful new year, full of health, love, joy, laughter, and prosperity. Until we meet again, many blessings.